Hi guys, it's Aaron Leaf Green, the Green Psychic. But today is Wednesday, which means I'm the Humpday Helper. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card. I just pulled a card. So we're going to pull a card tonight, and it's not specifically psychic, but it is whatever the universe wants us to talk about. So this isn't specifically psychic, it's more of a life coaching, life chat between me and you guys. Okay, so look, the card that has come out is the prosperity card. Now that's a great card to have. It is a great sign of money coming in and wealth and luck and all these good things. Okay, now like I said, this isn't primarily psychic, so this isn't a prediction for everybody watching that everybody's going to win the lotto, because you'd end up with a cent. What this is talking about is what prosperity in itself. Okay, so what does prosperity actually mean to you? Does prosperity mean an abundance of money? Does it mean good luck? Does it mean wealth and luxury and not having to work? Or is prosperity more about having the right love in your life, the right relationship, the love of family and friends, and the abundance of options and choices in your life? Like this card is very open to suggestion. It's very open to the individual person. Okay, so what we're talking about here, look, I do feel like it is talking about money, in a sense of look, I am in no way, shape or form qualified to give financial advice whatsoever, but I do feel like this is talking about holding money, whether it goes in the bank or under your mattress or something. I feel like this is kind of talking about not being so impulsive as a people. Again, this isn't psychic, this is just in general. We live in a world where everything's instant, and that's why so many people are unhappy, because you go shopping online and it's an instant purchase, instant, it gets sent here. We communicate that in our brain communicates that to our heart, as in when we meet somebody and go on a date, instant, it should be yes or no, and that's not right. A lot of people are like, well, I went on a date with this person, but there were no fireworks, there were no sparks, there was no lightning striking through the sky, and I'm like, yeah, it was your first date. Like, we sometimes need to step back and live in reality, where we are brought up watching TV and movies and all these things where everything works out magically, and romance is just, it's always there. And then you go on social media and you see it everywhere, and it's kind of like, guys, don't do that to yourself. Sometimes it takes time to nurture a relationship and to open up. Most of us go into a relationship with some sort of baggage from the past, whether it be a past relationship or just the past. And a lot of us, well, most people are afraid of being hurt. So you can't go into on a date expecting the other person to be like on show and totally open. And no, it takes time. Okay, so just remember that. I do digress, because that's not the point of this card, but there was a message there and I delivered it. Okay, so what it is talking about is keeping hold of your money at the moment. I think that a lot of people are starting to overspend and overbuy, and it's got nothing to do with bills and money and all of that. It's just, I feel like people are starting to get more things to fill a void inside them, which is the beginning of a shopaholic, I think it is. But that's why part of this is like, keep your money, buy something only if you really need it or if you really want it, not just because meh, buy it. Okay, now prosperity in general, this is actually talking about the things that, let's change the wording, happiness. Let's make this happiness. Wealth and happiness. Okay, so what truly makes you wealthy? What to you would make you the happiest person on the planet? Yeah, like we've got a laundry list of things, being a multimillionaire, not paying bills and blah blah blah. Yeah, all of that's great, but bring it down to a more realistic thing, smaller thing. Is money, financial security, the biggest concern, the biggest thing in your life that's going to make you happy? If so, go after that. But if it's like, look, I know I'm always going to have bills or, you know, whatever, that doesn't really bother me, but I want somebody to share my life with. And romance is what brings you prosperity, what brings you happiness. Then go after that. This is kind of a moment to really consider what it is that at the end of your life, on your deathbed, when you're taking your last breaths and having those thoughts about over your life, what do you look back on? What are you going to look back on and go, that's what made me feel successful in life. That's what made me feel like I had a good life. Was it the money that's just sitting in the bank account now because you're about to die and can't do anything with it? Or is it the love of the people that are around you by your bedside as you pass? Is it, you know, you've left a legacy of published writings or starred in a movie or created your own song? Do you know, this is what we're talking about. And there's no right or wrong answer here, okay? This isn't, well, you should be more into the love of family over money. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that each of us are on our own individual path, and what is right for one person isn't always going to be right for another. So don't ever compare yourself to somebody else, and don't compare other people to you, because, you know, you don't know their story, they don't know your story. Just live and let live. So this is really about working out what it is in your life that brings you happiness already and building upon that. And if there is something missing that is really getting to your heart, then it's something to look at and genuinely look at it. So, like, we'll do money. Yeah, it's great to play the lotto and all of that. Go with God. But in reality, it might take years before you win the lotto, if you win the lotto. Okay, so if you're looking at building up your finances, well, maybe look at getting another job, like a better paying job, or doing some education to move up the ranks, or to get a second job, or start a side business, or, you know, invest in something. All of these things are not, if you're really concerned about money, I'm sure these are all things that have crossed your mind. But you can't, if that's what's going to make you happy, you can't just sit down and go, yep, that'd be great, and close down every option. Okay? Because at the end of the day, if you know that your finances are what's going to make you happy at the end of your life, if you're sitting here and going, yeah, I want more money, that's going to make me happy, but I can't be bothered getting a second job because I'm too tired, and I couldn't start a business, and getting another job, I'd have to go and study. If you're going to shut all of those down, I'm not, again, no judgment here, but if you're going to shut all of those down, you are literally painting yourself into a box where you know what your happiness is, but you're saying to yourself, it's never going to happen because I can't put in the energy, I don't want to put in the energy, or whatever reasons. How are you ever going to be happy? Okay, now there are a lot of self-destructive people out there that are going, exactly my point, I'm never going to be happy, so what's the point? The point is to try. You are never going to know unless you try. So look, honestly, this isn't about breaking your back and splitting yourself in two to make things majestically up here in your life. This is talking about the prosperity that you already have. You've already got stuff in your life that make you happy. Build upon that. If money is the big thing, you know, accept that it's going to take some time, unless you come up with a viral video or some crap. I don't know how people make money these days. Unless that happens, you're going to have to work on something else that brings you a bit of happiness until you work out a plan for the money. Same as dating and relationships. Look, if you're out there wanting to meet somebody, well, you need to be out there to meet somebody. So sitting at home 24/7 is not going to help you meet somebody. It could, highly doubt it. Okay, you need to be out there actively looking. Okay, I'm not saying go out to bars and clubs and all that crap. That's not what I'm saying. But when you go shopping, keep your eyes open. Be aware that there are people around you, and any one of them could be looking at you, checking you out. You never know when you're on show. The second thing is, if you're doing all the bloody dating apps, the free dating apps, if that's not working for you, there's a sign there that not to do them. Because they're like playing video games. They're just a filler in between. It's very hard to genuinely meet. I'm being a hypocrite here because gay. It's very easy to meet for a one night stand or a casual thing or whatever. But to genuinely make a connection on a lot of these apps, it's just not going to happen. So if it is that important to you, I fully suggest for the straight people to go on. Is it eHarmony? I think it's eHarmony. Yeah, eHarmony. You go on there, you actually pay like $100 or something like that. So again, this is you telling the universe, yes, look, I am dead set on this. I'm actually going to put some money into this, because those ones take the whole dating app thing seriously. I don't know how their algorithms and the programming works and how they match you up, but what you've got to put in your head is that all the other people that are on there are in the same boat as you. Nobody's going to waste $100 just to have a play around with people. No, they're putting their money in because they genuinely want to give it a shot. Okay, so straight away, you're going into a new pool of people that may be on the free dating apps as well, but you're going into a new pool of people where you know that all of them are genuinely there to try and meet somebody. So I know a lot of people that have gone through eHarmony and in 1 to 2 weeks have found somebody, close off their accounts, and they're still with those people now. And I'm not joking. So look, again, it is about building up your prosperity, building up the goodness and the good things that you have in your life, and working from that, and really asking yourself, what else can I do to bring in more happiness, more abundance, more prosperity, what that means to you, and how are you going to bring that in? Okay, now again, don't overwhelm yourself, don't stress yourself out about how specifically, like, I'm going to open a business selling shoes, and I'm going to have a shop in this center, and I'm going to do. That's not what I'm saying. But if you want to make more money, well, I've got to start thinking about a business opportunity or a way of making money. Okay, don't sit there and try and work out all the very fine details, because when you do that, you turn around and go, nah, that's never going to happen, and you put up that negative black wall. Okay, so try and avoid that at all costs, because what I say to people is, like, obviously I'm psychic, but I don't read for myself. I'm very rarely able to see what's coming for myself because I have my own lessons to learn and my own life to lead. I don't exactly know what's going to happen next, but I can see in my mind, not psychically, but I know where I want to end up. I don't know how I'm going to get from here to there, but I know I'm going to get there. Okay, so I could sit here and go, okay, I want to be a multi-billionaire, and go, that's never going to happen, just like everybody else. But you know what? If I sit here and go, you know what? I want to be a multi-billionaire. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't, but I'm not closing it down. Anything could happen. And you never know. I could win the lotto, or I could, I don't know, find gold in my backyard. I don't know. But this is what I'm saying. Don't try and work out the scenario of something, how something works out, because you automatically close that down and put up brick walls, black, negative brick walls, that the positive energy has to get through in order to get to you and for you to get to the next destination. So look, guys, I know that was very scattered tonight. Sorry, I'm still reeling from some energy loss myself, but I really do hope that genuinely helped. If you do want a full reading, you can of course email me at thegreenpsychic@gmail.com. I will be back on Friday night with the intro to art therapy, as in we're going to look into polymer clay and look at the basics, and then I will be back on Sunday night with the free triple deck readings. So until we see each other again, I hope you stay safe and well, and stay blessed. Bye, guys.